Welcome back to this clown's garage. In this video I will show you how to stop those pesky leaks that you have on the small block Chevys. This is a 3rd gen Camaro. So what tends to happen is these valve covers, they leak and they go underneath the car. You see it all over, the oil all over your starter, all over on this side and the bottom of the car. So I'm going to show a foolproof way to fix that. These are what we're putting in. These are Felpro 1649s. These are cork lamb gaskets. They're 1/4 inch thick. These are for small block Chevys, and they have a metal shim in the middle. So, but if you put these in, you might have to get longer studs. I like to put studs in there. ARP sells them. I'm going to put a link in the description below on where to get those, because these are thicker and they're going to push your valve covers higher up a little bit. This is what we're using, gasket cinch. You could use any gasket sealer, and we're also going to use assembly lube. This happens to be from Redline. So what we're going to do is, long story short, we're going to put gasket sealer on top with a valve cover gasket side, and the bottom where it meets the head, we're going to lather some assembly lube on it to make that seal. And you can always take them off and reuse them that way. And that should cure your valve cover leaks. So let's begin. First thing you gotta do is blow some compressed air all around the valve cover, so when you take the valve cover off, nothing goes onto the head, into your valve train. So I'm going to do that now. Next thing you should do is take the battery negative off. The reason for that for this car is because the terminal here is live back to the alternator from the battery, and when you take the valve cover, it'll spark. I'm also going to take this off. It's a 7mm right there. Take that off just like that. Now in here we already have studs. There's 11mm nuts, so I'm going to take all these nuts off. There's 4. Go ahead and go around and take all these off. And these all have washers on them. Just use a magnet. Make sure you don't lose these washers. So everything is off. Now go ahead and pull this valve cover off. Okay. Just gotta finesse it out. These cars are kind of tight, a lot of things in the way. And comes off. Take this old gasket off too. Also make sure the mating surface between the valve cover and the head is clean. I'm going to go ahead and clean that out with some brake cleaner and a cloth. So I went around, like I said, with a paper towel and brake cleaner and clean the mating surface over here. Also, these are the studs I was talking about, the ARP studs. You can also put longer bolts if you want, instead of buying these studs. So I'm going to go ahead now and prep the gasket and the valve cover. Okay, now I'm doing the same thing with brake cleaner. I'm just going to go around here and clean this with a towel. Just the mating surface. Go ahead and do that now. Alright, now I'm going to put the gasket sealer on here. And I'm going to clean any excess that drips anywhere else. Just going to go around. Put a nice film all around. Okay, now I'm going to let that dry for a little bit, and now I'm going to go ahead and do one side of the gasket. Go ahead and go all the way around with this. Now put the gasket on here. Press it on firmly. Now again, I'm going to wait a couple of minutes just to dry up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to put some assembly lube on this side of the gasket. Just brush it all the way around here. And this will create a nice seal on the engine side, the head side. So now this is ready. We're going to put it on the head. Alright, now if you see here, if I tug on this a little bit, it's glued on there, so we're good to go. And tread lightly here. Okay. And it's on. Alright, now put the washers on and put the nuts on and hand tighten them all. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. Alright, so now I'm just going to go crisscross here and tighten these down. Don't go too gorilla on these. So what you got to do now with this, let it sit for a couple of minutes, say 5-10 minutes. Then you can go ahead and start it, drive it around a couple of times, let it heat cycle a couple of times, and go back around and retorque these. So you can get a better seal. Okay, that's done. Put the breather back on. And we're good to go. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel, like me, and share me. See ya!